How do you get yourself to post more consistently on social media? I'm Jennifer Sneeden, and I've got 3 tips you are going to love to get yourself posting more consistently. This is the challenge that we hear above and beyond everything else. So you guys know that social media is essential to your business, right? We just know that it needs to happen because your clients are there and they expect you to be there. So it's just a given. Let's accept that you need to be on social media, and you know that you need to be posting content, right? The last thing you want is for people to come to your Facebook page and you haven't posted anything for the last 6 months. Yikes. So I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you post more consistently so that you don't get stuck in this creation process. Okay, you ready? The first thing I want to talk about is scheduling time. So one of the greatest challenges of working for yourself is nobody's breathing down your neck like this has to be done by Tuesday, this has to be done by Tuesday. So this comes down to you holding yourself accountable. When is it that you are going to create your social media content? I spend Monday mornings, I block out about 45 minutes and figure out what I want to post for the week. Now, you guys know I've got a team here. So my team helps me clean up the posts, come up with the images. All I have to do is what is the message that I want to convey? Now, in the beginning, it may be more than 45 minutes or an hour, but what are the posts that you want to do? If you're not posting consistently right now and you're committing that you are going to, first of all, put in the chat, in the comment box if you're committing that you are going to post consistently, because, I love that you make that firm decision to yourself. But start with one platform. I want to make sure that I really get that across. If you haven't been, okay, Tamara loves it. So, okay, Tamara, is this your commitment? Are you going to start posting consistently? Okay, so what I want you to do is choose one platform. If you're not yet posting consistently anywhere, start with one platform and get really consistent on that for a few months before you try to bring another one in, okay? So set aside time. And like any other marketing activity you do, this time has to be sacrosanct. You can't book a client, you can't book a dentist appointment, you can't use it for whatever else. It's got to be dedicated. And this is a point I'm going to be really, really adamant about, because this isn't important just for social media. This is important for your business, right? We're so good at honoring commitments to others, and yet when we make a commitment to ourselves, we don't always honor it to the same extent. Oh, okay. So Tamara's posting consistently. I love, love, love that. Not set your intention on the topic for the week. So this is really good. I'm going to talk about this. I'm glad that you said this. I'm going to talk about this in the 3rd tip. So that's really good. So start with one platform. Even if you're only posting a couple of times a week, that is way better. Even if you're only posting once a week, that is way better than posting 3 times this week and then not posting again for 4 months. And you guys know that, right? You don't want your clients to see that you're not active on social media. So we have our social media content subscription service, right? And this shortchanges the entire content process because we deliver to you all of the posts that you need for the month. My team and I work together and create the posts, we create the images, and then we just deliver them all to you on the 1st of the month. So for our clients, if you're already in that subscription program, then all you need to do is block out 30 minutes once a month and schedule out these posts. That's really all you need to do. If you're not yet in that program and you're interested in checking it out, go out to thrivingtherapypractice.com/trial and you'll get all of the information, because this is the shortcut to coming up with consistent content. You can do it all in less than an hour for the month. So the next tip that I want to do, I want to talk next about how to come up with content. So Tamara says she hasn't I just drew a blank, I'm sorry. Set her intention on the topic for the week. There we go. So there's a couple ways to come up with content. And I'm talking about this content strategy when it comes to consistency, because when you know the process behind what content to create, it becomes much easier to be a lot more consistent. So a lot of times, the reason you're not consistent is you don't know what to post. And I know I've even done this. Sit down on my computer. Okay, I'm going to post on social media. I got nothing to say today, right? And you're stuck in this writer's block. So you put it away. You try tomorrow. You get too busy. You try the day after. You get too busy. So what I want you to do is always have a clear intention of what your content is going to be. So the second and third tip that I have for you today are around pre-planning, if you will, your content so that when you sit down and schedule, it's much easier to do. Now, again, for those of you that are already enrolled in our social media subscription, you already know you've got a wealth of content to choose from. If you're not yet in that program and you want the consistency, you want the content delivered to your door, go check it out. It's thrivingtherapypractice.com/trial, and you will love that. So the second tip is to categorize your posts. What are the posts that your audience is most interested in? Because when you can think in terms of categories of posts, it's much easier to come up with content. So in our social media subscription, we break things down into a few different categories. The first is inspirational, because these work really well across different platforms. And it's just having an inspiring voice in the marketplace. And clients love this, right? They love to see these posts. I did one on my Instagram feed yesterday that went crazy, and just purely an inspirational post that we use in our program. So this type of post, you want a lot of them in your mix. In the content that we deliver in our social media program, we have a lot of the inspirational posts. The other thing that you want a lot of in your social media, get ready for this, you guys, especially you therapists. You want a lot of stuff about you, because that's what your clients are really interested in. They're coming to social media to get to know you, okay? So what you have to be really careful about is this is not your personal page. This is your business page. So you're my new BFF too, Tamara. Thank you. I love you. So what you have to be careful about with these personal posts is that they're fun and engaging and not really disclosing too much, right? Your audience doesn't need to know about the mound of dirty laundry that you have sitting outside the washing machine because you didn't feel like doing it, right? That's not part of your brand, or it is part of your brand. And if it is part of your brand, then then build your messaging around that. But what we're looking for in this category of posts is things that are building connection. Like, do you wake up to a cup of coffee, or you're a tea drinker at heart? It sounds so silly, but people want to know. So I can't reach it now, but I'm sitting in front of my bookshelf, and I get great whenever I post a picture of a book I'm reading, people love that. Or just like little snippets of your life that they can get to know you. They are so important. So be sure to build this into your content as well. And then the third piece of category, the third category of content that you want to build in is more like purpose, mission, vision driven. Why do you do what you do? What is it that calls you to the work that you really want to do? Now, I know a lot of you are very tempted to get either super clinical or super technical in your social media. That's not what your clients are looking for. And if you're posting and it's crickets, nobody's paying attention to your post, that's a really good indication that you're not in one of these three buckets. When you can be in one of these three buckets, you pardon me, you are going to get engagement because this is the type of thing that people really want to see on social media. Okay, so that's the second tip, to have these buckets and know what bucket you're working in. For those of you that are in our social media program, you already know that we give you content in each of these buckets every single month. So you don't even have to worry about the buckets because we've already done that for you in the content creation process. The third thing that I want to say is take notes. Oh my gosh. So I do this all the time and I just had a little brain blip on it. Sorry. So I have an Android phone and I use an app called Google Keep. I'm sure there's something on the iPhone to take notes on. And whenever something inspires me, I take a picture of it. And I add it to a note, or I do a voice note right into Keep, and I capture it in that moment. So real time, as these things are happening in my life, I think, oh my gosh, how can I use this in my social media? So that when I come and sit down, I can go back through those notes, or if my team is working on content, they can go back through my notes and come up with posts around that. So as you're going through life and inspiration strikes, make a quick note on your phone. So now Monday morning or Sunday night or whenever you do your social, you can go back through these notes. You can look at these images and see, okay, so I want an inspirational post. How does this image tie into an inspirational post? Or I want to talk about my weekend. How does this thought I had create engagement around that? So if you are creating your own content, one, set aside time every week that is absolutely sacred. I suggest an hour, and get that content created for the week. Second is come up with the categories that you're going to post in on a regular and consistent basis, because this is what your clients want to get to know from you. And then third is take notes as you go through your week, because taking those notes, you're not gonna have a blank slate when you come and sit down on Monday, okay? So if you want a super tip, let's give it tip number 4. If you're already in our social media subscription program, you already know this, but we give you all of this content. So if you're in our program, what I want you to do is when you sit down, I really think once a month is good for you. Sit down once a month, go through the content, schedule your post for the entire month, and then you are done. You don't have to think about content creation again until the next month when you get it all delivered to you. If you're not yet in the program and you are saying, I know I'm just not consistent with my posting, I never know what to post, like I've got all these ideas, but I don't know what I should be posting, let us do it for you. My team and I, literally, we spend hours every month agonizing just the right posts in the right buckets with the right images. Candace on my team does all the images, and we just hand them over to you on the first of the month and they are yours to post. It's like cut, paste, off you go, done. So if you want to make your life that simple and get consistent with your content posting, go check out, we've got a special trial offer for you that you are going to love. Go check it out at thrivingtherapypractice.com/trial and go post, schedule your time, get posting. When you enroll, you get automatically, instantly, you get 20 posts delivered to your door. So, well, to your email inbox. I'm not coming to your house. I'm sorry. I have a broken foot. I'm not going anywhere. Delivered to your email inbox so you can get started today with super consistent posts, great quality that you're going to love. So go have fun posting, guys. I'll see you later.